My name is Peter Enis, and I have achieved what no man or woman has achieved before me. I am the first man in history to have created a completely 100% AI-generated game.
When ChatGPT was introduced to the world on November 30th, 2022, an idea formed in young
And handsome
Peter Enis's brilliant mind.
When I learned that this thing can not only just generate plain text, but also functional code, I thought, holy cow, I no longer need to learn how to code in order to make my crappy games. Wait, that isn't going to make me sound too good, is it? Let me come up with something better.
Little did he know that those words were going to turn into reality very soon, and in turn, make young Peter Enis very rich.
I got to work almost right away, only with like a 2-month delay, I think, which is very good considering my usual procrastination track record. I started off by asking ChatGPT what his dream game would be, what he would enjoy working on, because if I'm going to have him generate the code for the entire game, the least I can do is for the game to be something that he would enjoy working on. But when I did ask him, ChatGPT said that as an AI, he doesn't have a personal preference, and so he wouldn't be able to give me an answer. I thought hard about the solution to this, and usually when I'm out of answers, I ask myself, what would Jesus do? And then it hit me. That is what the game should be about. And so I asked him, what would Jesus' favorite game be? I don't understand why ChatGPT has such personal issues telling me what Jesus would or wouldn't enjoy playing had he been alive today without having met him. Whenever I go to church on Sunday, the priest always tells me what Jesus does and doesn't like, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't met him either.
So how did you get the idea in the end?
Oh yeah, I just asked him for a 2D game idea that me and him could create together.
And that's how it all started. Today, Peter Enis has a video game company valued at $4 billion. All thanks to what was about to transpire next.
We started off simple. First, I asked him to create the player controller and then gave him some more descriptive parameters on certain aspects of the movement. When we had that working the way we wanted, I had him generate a script for falling fruit that the player needs to catch and a spawner for it, as well as the score manager. Next, we added falling bombs that would damage the player upon collision. With the main gameplay loop finished, playtesting revealed that the game wasn't entirely fun to play, so we started adding new features. We agreed to add a boost button and an option to shoot the collected fruit at the bombs to make them explode. That made the game a lot more fun, but also fairly simple, so we added a non-destructible enemy that would come at you from the side. Then we added scripts for buttons, scene loading, and some UI elements, as well as audio and animations. Unfortunately, ChatGPT cannot generate sounds or create animation scripts for you, so I still had to go through that process myself. But I did ask him questions about how to do everything, and he guided me through the entire process. So even though I was the brush that created the masterpiece, ChatGPT was the hand holding it. And that's why he takes all the credit.
Now, this makes it sound more like an 80% AI-generated game to me. Did you tell the same story to the VCs that invested in your company as well?
Look, lady, I'm valued at $4 billion, okay? I can buy this dumb company and fire your I will confess, sometimes our conversations felt a little bit one-sided, even frustrating at times. But we did get there in the end. The art also had to be AI generated, as we are dealing with a 100% AI generated game. And so I turned to DALL-E 2, which is a cousin of ChatGPT, created by the same company, OpenAI. I had it create the beautiful art you see in the final product. Granted, some of these assets don't fit with the rest of the game aesthetics perfectly, but at that point, I ran out of free DALL-E 2 credits and I didn't want to pay the $15 fee, so I had no other choice but to keep what DALL-E had already given to me.
And the rest, as they say, is history. Today, Fruity Shooty Farmer's Duty is the #1 sold game on Steam in history, with over 4 million positive reviews, and only 53 slightly negative ones, most likely written by salty competitors who didn't want to see Peter Enis succeed. Peter himself said that he is satisfied with what he's managed to create, and has no further aspirations to create any more disruptive technological marvels. His only desire for the time being is to, in his own words, throw kick-ass motherfucking parties for the creme de la creme of Silicon Valley. Fuck as many Hollywood bitches as possible, and live life to the fullest, until one day, he is inevitably found dead from an accidental cocaine overdose, lying peacefully on his bathroom floor.